Oh man, I've been listening to Ordinary too much. I need to stop.
I don't know. I fucking hate that song, bro. It's a fake gospel song.
It's why you say it's a fake gospel song?
Because it's like that borderline fringe of like, oh, it's Christian rock, or it's not though.
Do your kids listen to it?
My daughter loves it. And then now you sing it, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Turn it off.
You went to court the other day?
Yeah, well, I tried. I did.
So what happened? Okay, so you go to court.
Office was closed. No, it's just
really?
that ticket I got way back when.
We're talking about, yeah.
So I went to court, and they just like, yeah, you got to go to driving school, or you got to take the online driver class, whatever. They gave me the deadline from like, when was that? Like in October to like, I think January to finish this whole thing. I finished it in like a week, like three or 4 days, and I was done. And then you have to take a test at the end. No, it's not even chat. So what you do is you have to log into this website, and then they log how long you're on there, and then you interact with whatever questions they have. And then at the bottom is like a little fake quiz to get you ready for the actual test that you have to take to pass the class.
Okay.
I zipped through all that. I literally, you know me, I have my dual monitors right here. I had one screen up, and I just played games the whole time. Just okay, what is that? And so I'm just doing my thing. I'm multitasking. I completed. It gave me a little certificate online or whatever. And then maybe I think last week I get some mail saying like, oh, your license is about to be suspended. I'm like, for what? I completed the course. I paid the ticket. Like, what the hell I got to do? So apparently I think I got to go and take it into the courthouse. Be like, here it is. I finished it. Save my license, please. I don't need that on my record. So, but here's the thing though. So it was closed, but they said you can either go to the courthouse and turn it in, or you can fax it in, which is very strange in today's age. Exactly. But that's what I chose to do. So I faxed my little thing, and I printed it out, faxed it over. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to wait till next week. If I don't see this thing's cleared, then I'll go back into the courthouse and figure it out. So I'm still dealing with it.
Man.
And it's a cop from my son's school that gave me the ticket. Well, he's not a cop at the school. But his son goes to the school, and I think we dropped our kids off at the same time, and he just happened to catch me trying to beat traffic on the highway.
Did he like know you?
No, he didn't know me. I've seen him a few times since then where we've had conversations. I'm like, oh yeah, that car, yeah, I got rid of it because you gave me a ticket. Thanks. So it's just like I see him all the time.
Is he like? He's cool. He's nice. Yeah.
No, he's like a typical cop, bro. He looks like a typical cop. There's just like the cop face, attitude, always in uniform.
Where's the Porsche GTR
at? Yeah, you scrapped it, bud. I got rid of it. Don't worry, I got a faster car. So
So funny story. So yeah, you brought the suspended license. So I actually had a suspended license, and I did not know. This is a while ago. This is probably like 8 years ago, and so I got a ticket. And I moved. I think I moved from Vancouver to Spokane. It was like the first time I moved to Spokane. So my addresses got messed up. I never got it in the mail. Like I was suspended.
They sent it to the wrong. Okay.
Well, yeah. So I never got it. I never knew I even had a suspended license, and I totally spaced on the ticket. And so next thing you know, I'm back in Vancouver at my parents' house. Nobody knows this story. This is actually pretty funny. So I'm back at home. I'm leaving to go back to Spokane. I pull out and I get pulled over, I think for like a turn signal or something. And the cop comes up and he's like, you guys suspended license. I'm like, what?
Coming in?
I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, your license is suspended. Like, I can't allow you to drive. And I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, I could write you like a $700 ticket right now. And I'm like, geez. And he's like, I don't have any paper in my ticket thing. He's like,
my God.
He's like, the other option I could do is take you back to your parents' house.
Oh my God.
So literally I was like, well, take me back to my parents' house.
So wait, so did you sit in the front or the back?
So I parked the car. I'm parked in the car. I get in the back. And granted, I literally just left my house like 10 minutes ago for my family. Like, hey, see you guys later. Go back to Spokane.
Oh God.
I pull back up. I'm in the back of a cruiser. He drives me to my house, drops me off. I just made up some BS story.
Wait. He let you out like of the back, or he knocked on the door and said, "Hey, come get your son out the back of my car."
No, he let me
or did you? I could just imagine your dad just like looking out the window, seeing this cop cruiser come up with a shady figure in the back. God damn it, Steven. I know it's you. God damn it! And he walks outside, and
he lets me out, and he's just like, all right, man. He's like, make sure you get that taken care of. He's like, I can't allow you to drive. And I'm like, I had to be back. Like I had something going on. I can't remember. I had like to work or something. And so I made up some BS story to my parents about how, oh yeah, something's wrong. The cop like wasn't going to let me to drive or something. And the tabs are expired. Or I don't know. I made up something
that you had a suspended license.
I don't know. I didn't want them to be all like worried or something. One of those things where you just don't want your parents to worry.
Worried? You just showed up in the back. Did they see you pull up in the back?
No.
Of the police cruiser?
But I told them.
God. Did you say, I was like, park 2 houses down and let me walk out? Or
no, I told him like the cop brought me back because he's like he wasn't allowing me to drive, and they're like, oh okay. They were like, what the heck? And
so they told them he wasn't allowed you to drive, and they didn't think suspended license. How many times have you tricked your parents growing up?
No, I mean
it was that easy.
I mean, you know how it is. My parents probably knew. They're not dumb. They're just probably like whatever. Just okay.
I don't think they knew, bro.
What are you telling me? And then basically my parents drove me back to my car, and I took it and drove off. And then I was like kind of stressed.
Pulled over again?
No, I didn't. And then I took care of it all. I was like, oh my gosh, it was like a ticket that I had for like 6 months there or whatever, like a year that I totally spaced on.
So you're suspended for a minute before you realized.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, did not know. In the mail, like I never got the mail, and then I finally got. I think I got my license updated, and then the mail started coming to me for that specific thing. But this is what, honestly though, I was thinking about this the other day. Just like the whole idea of mail is crazy. Like I feel like there's so much better ways to contact someone. Like
there is.
But but still, there's a lot of important stuff that gets sent in the mail. And like I was just going through going through my mail. Like, and if you don't like, I didn't grab my mail for like a week or two, and it's just like a ton of mail, and it's like
that's just a guy thing, bro. My wife checks them out every.
Exactly, but I'm saying, but
if you don't make it a habit of doing it, you can be suspended before you realize. Bills stack up, bro. Yeah, if you don't or you check that shit.
But what I'm trying to say is that like the process of like someone else has to handle something important. It's not even the fact of you not checking it. There's also the process of like it has to get to the place that it's at. That too. Mail can easily get lost and misplaced.
Easily.
And that's where I'm like, there's way better ways to contact people, especially about important things. I know phone calls, emails, but like, I don't know. Seems outdated. It seems like you're going.
It seems outdated now, and we have everything we ever needed in technology. So it's like, yeah, it might be a little outdated. It might
think about it.
Everybody's email.
If you're a bill company and you send someone a bill and it doesn't you end up making more money in the long run. Like if it doesn't get to the person, or there's also that part. It's like, but most people, if they don't pay the light bills, they realize I haven't paid the light bill. My lights aren't on. Where's my lights?
That's one thing. Yeah. But for sure, but that's just a guy thing, bro. I swear to God, it's a guy thing. Cause my wife, she'll send me out to go check them out. I'm like, oh yeah.
Every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, we're so used to everything getting delivered to our door that you probably don't even realize you need to check them out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And it's like, I was at my parents' house, and it's the same thing. Like they go through their mail every single day. Just they're so accustomed to it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm so bad at checking my mail.
Yeah, we all are. We all are. I live in La La Land most of the time. I don't know. It's always been me. Don't check the mail. But thank God I have my wife.
All right, Hoops. Trae Young traded. What is your thoughts on Trae Young in the trade?
Trae Young. Honestly, so I can see why he picked DC. DC on paper right now doesn't look like a great team, but they have their front office has been making some moves. They've been, offloading a lot of money on the books, and they turned a lot of old expiring superstars into picks that they could use in the future. And when you play this type of game, it takes a little bit longer. But going back to the Trae Young thing, I think he sees this team has the opportunity to be good, and they're missing what I bring to the table. And with the whole emergence of Jalen Johnson in Atlanta, I feel like the ball's in his hands a lot more. And that's kind of probably taken away from what Trae's able to do. And after a while, it feels like that's kind of really what led to the decision of him asking for a trade. But I mean, it's at the same time, it's kind of tough because DC is still a ways away from being like good. And even with Trae Young, I just think the best that they can be with Trae Young is probably, maybe the best version of what the Hawks were when they went on that playoff run. But like at the same time,
I mean, do you think it's
there might have been
of like when Bradley Beal was there when he was scoring 40s there? Like I feel like
no. It's a completely different team now. Like with Alex Sarr, like I feel like he's starting to get his foothold, and they have some other guys. What's like Bub? Yeah, they have some like AJ Johnson. Like they have a whole bunch of other dudes. Yeah, so Bub. Yeah, they got some pieces that they can start to work with, but it's still going to be like a developmental stage of where they're at in their franchise. But I mean, I don't know. What year is this for Trae? Like 7 or 8? No, it's more than that.
No, it's more than that. He's Luka's Trae. He's Luka's draft.
Yeah. So it's like closer to almost closer to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, at the same time, man, it would be interesting. I'm sure he can make that team exciting. He's getting older, and I'm sure he still has a lot left in the tank. And I know that he can help, put that team, take him to the next level. But at the same time, man, I don't know if I want to see him go there. I feel like there's other teams that might be better suited for him. Maybe not, but there could be other teams that might be better suited who are looking for a point guard that need what he does. But there could also be the possibility of maybe the Wizards were the only team that wanted him for real.
Yeah.
So who knows? So it's a lot to go into that.
And that's like the big thing is like Trae Young, great scorer. Mm-hmm. Is good at passing too, really good assist man, knows how to do
defensively.
But that's what I'm saying. The defensive side, it's like it's one of those things, and you see it in sports. It's like he did really well at Atlanta. They got to they got far in the playoffs a couple of years. They did things, but then it gets to a point where it's like kind of the same outcome every single year.
Yeah,
and he's a superstar or a star, or whatever you want to call him, and has that value. But you have to move on at some point. And like you said, Jalen Johnson starts to get good, but now you add CJ McCollum, Corey Kispert, solid role player, and Corey Kispert that can shoot the ball as well. And then you got CJ McCollum, who's obviously just a lead scorer, and he's found his role later in his career of like, he understands there's younger players that can do more. But like you go to DC and it's just been like the Wizards haven't really been relevant for a while.
I know, but I think if you're trying to get your franchise rolling in the right direction, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not just going to magically trade for a superstar and then it's going to start to turn around. Like I think what they're doing in DC, they're starting to create the foundation that they need to be successful. And it starts with little moves like this that will start to, change the direction, not the direction of the season, but the direction of the franchise and how they approach the seasons going forward. If they can get a guy like Trae Young, who's not really out of his prime yet, match him up with Alex Sarr, there's going to be some defensive laps every now and again because of his size and his capabilities. But at the same time, there's still a lot more upside that he brings to a franchise who's been starved of just any really good point guards, maybe since John Wall. So they have a chance to really get their footing at this. If they start to mesh, and you can kind of maybe see what they could be going forward. But if I'll be looking at that team with Trae Young if they can, have any games where it's like, oh, we beat the Celtics, or we beat the Spurs, or we beat a team that's like already established, then that could be a positive going forward. And you might have to keep your eye on DC, but for the most part, it's a long ways from that.
What okay, so you've obviously guarded Trae Young. How do you?
I mean, they got switched on once or twice, but that was not my matchup.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, how? I mean, you've been switched on to a lot of players. But like, when you guarding him, how does he compare to guarding other guys? Like,
well, he's a little smaller, but he's quick. He has a tight handle. He's crafty. He has a really good floater around the basket. So it's like you don't really want him to get.
He shoots. The thing I'll say about him is he shoots like a full speed floater that's like,
and it's good.
Yeah, it's really like not a lot of people do it. It's kind of like that Tony Parker-esque where it's like super fast, but then he throws it up on the move.
Yeah, it's like it's like a little bit Tony Parker, a little bit like Mike Conley. Mike Conley was like legendary for shooting that right hand floater, and he's left handed, so he's had that touch around it. He's similar to that, but his passing ability is
really
amazing.
Good. His IQ
I would even say like for his size to pass the way he does is underrated, because like even guys like IT, legendary scorer, but like he could pass the ball, but it's a lot of the times going to be hard for him to see over defenders. Trae Young's a little bit bigger, but his ability to still put the ball where he needs to be is amazing. But and then his shooting ability, it helps. Like if he gets all three of those things going, it's hard to kind of contain him.
Yeah.
But, he's like a true point guard. He's a facilitating shot making point guard, and the only thing you can really say about him is his size.
In his defense, yeah. But it's like it seems like he needs to go to a team where he's not like and it's
the liability.
Or just like the vocal point. Like he's always going to be like a top tier player, but it's like if he can just hit shots and play make, but be a part of a team that has some other better scores and pieces, but it's tough.
But it's hard he
has the ball all the time. He has the ball all the time.
Well, naturally, the point guard position is you're going to have to take on some sort of leader role because you're setting up everybody else. So you're going to have to like be vocal at some point if guys aren't in their spots or aren't running the offense.
But I'm saying like I think he doesn't need to be the first. If he could be the second.
Oh, the first option? No, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like right now, they don't have anybody that's like, they don't have a point guard that's as good as Trae, that's ball dominant, that is doing shit. Like they need to set up SAR. So having Trae and his ability to shoot and to facilitate, that could work well off of it. That could be, one of the things that they can rely on that they probably didn't have, a few weeks ago.
All right. I'm going to put you on the spot. Top 5 players, hardest players you guarded in your career that just come to your mind. Like, who are the top 5 that you got switched on? That obviously necessarily weren't your assignment, but like you got switched on and you're like, shit, these guys are.
Top 2017 James Harden. When he won MVP.
That was the year that everybody was guarding him on his side and like.
That's the year he won. Yeah, that's when he averaged 36 points.
And you guarded him a decent amount that year? Or like that?
I think
but you guys probably didn't play him there in the West.
Actually, I didn't play in that game in the West. And I think I played in the game when they came to play us earlier in the season. And it's just nothing you could do with him, bro. There's nothing you could do with it. It was like a 1-on-1. It was a 2-man game at the top of the key. And he's 95% getting by our defender. And then it's a 1v2, and then it's a lob or a layup or a three. So
he always did that lob where he's just not looking. He just goes,
and he just goes like that, and it looks like it might be a floater, but then Clint
it's not. It's like
coming from the Raptors. Yeah, I would say him. 2012, 2013 LeBron. I think that was his MVP year too. Insane, bro. Like literally. That was a version of LeBron where everything started to click up here, and then he already could do everything, and he was a freak.
Did he drop big numbers on you that year?
No, he hit like a Jedi mind trick on me one time. I was guarding Ray Allen, and I was guarding Ray Allen in the corner. It was like close to like the end of the game. Had to be like fourth quarter.
Damn, you're young too.
This is rookie year. Yeah, it was my rookie year. I think I was guarding Ray in the corner, and LeBron had the ball. He had the ball at the top of the key, and I just remember I felt like he was staring at me in the corner, seeing like what's going on out there. He said, "Okay, Ross is guarding Ray. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him." He's like, "I'm gonna drive that way, and I bet you this kid helps." And that's exactly what I did. I helped. I saw LeBron coming right at me, so I felt like I needed to help, and so I left the strong side corner open. He swings it to Ray. Ray hits a three. I get subbed out.
Just zips it quick to him.
Yeah, just like it was funny too because before he did that, it was like he was about to do something else. He was about to go left. He was about to go left and go away from where I was at, but then he kind of like last second saw me. He's like, "Oh, hold up," and then went that way and then kicked it, something like that. And then I just remember getting subbed out. Like, oh fuck, I fucked up. But
how is that?
I'm trying to think.
How is that? Okay, so 2013, you guys Miami into overtime, 123 to 116 versus the Raptors. LeBron had 31.
Yeah, I got subbed out, and that's probably the reason why they sent it to overtime. Damn, I hope there's no clip of that, bro. I hope you don't find that. But
we're gonna clip that, please. Let's see what else. Okay. LeBron, you guys played them again, 100 to 85 that season. LeBron had 30. So he's averaging over 30 versus you guys. A little bit lesser, 22, but they did beat you guys almost every time.
No, they beat us every time for a long time. All
right,
damn, I'm trying to think of who else.
I mean, the one I remember I texted you after you guys played Luka at Dallas, and he hit you with something nasty, and I was like, damn, and you're like, man, shut the fuck up.
Luka.
He was young.
Luka's definitely up there. He was up there, but he's still like elite, bro. Like he would just make unreal passes, or he'll loop shit around your head, and you're like thinking he's fucking with you, but the pass is going to the corner.
I mean, what about KD? Steph? Do you have any memories of Steph?
KD was tough. I remember my rookie first or second year, they had me just matched up on all the superstars. I would say KD was definitely the toughest. He had 50 on us one time. And I was, you know what's crazy? I was guarding him. Yeah, in Toronto. I was guarding him, and I was doing well in the first quarter. And I think I might have got hurt and went down. And then the rest of the game, he just absolutely destroyed us. And we didn't have, like, he was in shots from like damn near the logo, like damn near half court, just like bank shots to win.
This was in Toronto.
Yeah, this is in Toronto. They had like those dark blue Thunder jerseys on, like the going down the side. But I would say KD, Melo.
Kobe was,
but
he was.
I played. My rookie year was the year that it was like his last year of like playing at a high level. Then he tore his Achilles. And
so you really didn't.
My first rookie year, I didn't get to play Kobe, so I didn't really get like the full Kobe Mamba experience. Thank God. I got a little bit of that. As you can see, it's probably a clip out there, me getting crossed by Kobe. That was
I actually just seen it again the other day.
Yeah. I lived it. Him.
Throw it in there.
I'm trying to think. There's somebody else who's like unreal. Steph was always insane, but
here we go. 2014. You guys went to double overtime.
Who?
The Raptors.
Kobe?
No, versus Kevin Durant. You went to double overtime and you had 51 and you guys lost by 1.
Yeah. And he hit that shot over Amir from like damn near half court. He was insane. I would say, okay, in the last one, that's what? So James, LeBron,
KD.
Three. Last two, I would say that the ones I was matched up on, there was a game where Jimmy Butler had like 50 something and he only scored 2 points in the first half. That was crazy. What? He had like 48 or 50, and he only scored 2 points in the first half, and he went insane. It was in Toronto. Jimmy Butler with the Bulls. He went absolutely insane.
Holy sheesh.
Yeah, that was a killer. And he was just giving it to everybody. Like I guarded him, Damari, Pat Patterson, like everybody took a crack at him and he just wasn't being stopped. So that was one of the craziest experiences.
He had 42 and he scored 40 in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they won by 2.
Yeah. That was a tough day.
That has to be one of the most like unreal games to be a part of, to see that. I mean,
because we were like, we got Jimmy right where we want him.
You guys are probably winning that half.
Playing on him. Yeah. And then he just got hot. And then last player I would say is probably Steph. Because you can't guard him. It's hard to guard him.
And you probably got matched up with, got switched with Steph probably more.
Yeah, because I was always on Clay. Clay is also extremely hard to guard because in college he gave us 40 points. And
I remember that.
That's insane because we tried everything. And that was one of the games where I was like, oh, yeah, he is one of the greatest shooters I've ever seen. Yeah. And it's not a fluke. And he proved it. So,
I mean, you get, in the Warriors offense, they set a lot of screens. There's a lot of movement. So you guys switch. They do a lot of dribble handoffs and they do a lot of like DHO or not dribble. They do a lot of 3-man action. So they'll give it to like, let's say Draymond at the elbow. And then from the top of the key, Steph will cut around Draymond and then go set a pick on, or he'll set a screen on Clay. Clay will wrap around him. Steph wraps around him, or he comes back around him and he goes back to the top of the ball to get the ball. And it's just like they never stop moving, bro. Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing because like you knew the dribble wasn't going to kill you, but their movement and their ability to shoot in like a split second just made the game. Like it felt like you had to play perfect, or that run, like a 15.0 run was going to come, and there was nothing you could do. So
well, and that was the crazy thing about like that era with them was you try to switch, you get caught behind. There were so many they were so good at movement, but then like you said, it was. I remember back then it was like they could be down 15 points, and then within like 2 or 3 minutes. The game's tied.
So that happened to us, bro. I got a crazy story. So it was one time we were playing in Golden State. This is, I think it's my second year. We have Rudy Gay. It's the Rudy Gay team. It's like Rudy, DeMar, Kyle. They were the forefront of the team. And just up until that trip, because we had played Houston, I think a game or two before, and DeMar and Rudy had took, I think, a combined to like 60 shots. We went into like, I think double overtime in Houston, and we lost. And Rudy and them took a bunch of shots. And I remember our coach was like, we can't play like this. Like we have to move the ball. We have to find a way to play. So that next practice in San Fran, that's what we were doing. We were doing drills where we had to move, pass, cut, move, pass, cut, move. We get to Golden State. We're in Oracle. The first half, everything's going smooth. We're passing, cutting. We're up on them. We're up by like 15, like maybe 10 plus points at halftime. Going into the half, we're all feeling good. Like, coach is like, now that's what I'm talking about. That's how we have to play. The next half, all of that was out the window, bro. All of it was out the window. I think it's because we were playing well. Everybody's scoring. I felt like that gave them the confidence, and they just felt comfortable to go out there and just to start, all right, I need to get into my bag. I need to shoot this. I need to shoot that. Bro, we came out and it was like a 14-0 run. It's like a 15-0 run, or like a 15 to a small scoring run. And I just remember 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. And not that bro, we were up 15 going into the freaking third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, down by like 4 or 5. It was it was like one of the loudest times I've ever heard an arena like get, bro. I just remember seeing Clay and Steph. Just every time they threw it up, I'm like, there's no way that these could go in. Like they made like 7 threes between the both of them. And then after that, they just went on a run, bro. And we ended up losing by like 10 or 15. One of the craziest runs I've ever seen. And that's when I kind of knew, like, oh, we're in trouble. Like, they might do this for the next 6-7 years if they're playing like this, bro. It was the most unreal thing ever. And they got KD at one point. So I was just like,
yeah, and
it's just got to deal with it.
Yeah, and that makes you wonder, like, when had to be probably one of the toughest teams to like prep for. Like,
oh yeah,
you see a lot of NBA teams, and a lot of it's predicated on just stars making plays. But like when you have a team that was set up like that, where they moved and passed, the movement was like, it's like almost college-esque movement and set, like where they move so much where you don't see that as much in the NBA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they rely on Draymond to like kind of facilitate. So they give it to him, and then they would just take off running different actions. You'll get caught up on a screen, or you didn't show for half a second, and now your man is half a foot away from you, and you're trailing. And it's just like, all right, I don't know what to do. It's like we either switch and we're still trailing, or we don't switch and they hit threes, or it just didn't seem like we had an answer, because their shooting ability was so next level that it was like nobody could prepare for it. I would say them and that Miami Heat team were.
Where's D-Wade, Bosh, LeBron?
Insane, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Then you throw in Ray Allen, you throw in Mike Miller, you throw in just
bro. And then after LeBron, Chris, and Dwayne, it didn't matter.
Like
it didn't matter who else was out there, bro.
Yeah, because you're just worried about them so much.
All it took was them 3. If only those 3 players could shoot the ball during the game, they would still win.
What is even the scouting report? Like, what are your coaches even telling you? Like, you're looking at it, you're like, LeBron, he can go right, he can go left, he has a strong left shoulder.
Like, with most LeBron teams, it was like, well, it all predicated on, what do you want to live with? Are you going to let him score 45? or are you going to let him get everybody else involved and everybody's going to have double digits? So it's kind of like, damn, all right, we're going to try to make him score. And then he would still find a way to like, all right, I'm going to get up 25. But I'm still going to have like 12 assists and like 10 rebounds. So it was just like he could beat you at every facet of the game. And this was like at a time where his athletic ability was still prime. So like you're thinking that like, oh, we're just going to run a zone. But you made a mistake and put John Lucas the third on the wing, and now he just gets jumped over by LeBron for alley-oop dunk. So it was just like you got to pick it was so many different ways to pick your poison and pick how you want to die that it was kind of like you just knew that sometimes you weren't going to get it done.
Yeah. You're just not.
And then D-Wade is a whole nother animal. Like D-Wade is just like a ball handling flash. Like his pick and rolls are crazy because he would come off of a pick and roll and then do what we call like a snake dribble and then wrap around. As soon as he comes off the pick, he'll wrap around and go back the way he came. And then now it's like you're trailing and then the big is like way in front trying to like stop him from getting to the hoop. And then now like Chris Bosh is at the top of the key.
That's right.
And it was just like, damn, bro.
And then you can ISO Chris. You can just throw it to Chris from 15 feet, and then he could ISO jab.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he could do everything. He could play from the top of the key down, and then towards the end of his career, he started shooting the 3-ball too. So it was like,
what do you do?
Oh, bro. Yeah, what do? You just got to be perfect.
Unreal.
Yeah,
I told you I saw your former college coach Lorenzo Romar the other night, which is a shocker. I was calling the WSU Loyola Marymount game. I come out of the tunnel and haven't seen Lorenzo in probably 15 years. Forever, at least. It's literally 15 years.
Yeah, me probably not as long, but yeah, it's been
it was good to chat with him. Great guy. Obviously legendary coach at UW. And then the other funny thing is I sit down at the table, get ready, and then some guy walks up and is like, "Hey, are you Steven Madison? I watch your guys' podcast all the time." And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like just caught off guard.
Yeah, this one's for you, guy. This one's for you.
Yeah, I feel bad because I forget his name. I mean, I had my headset on. I was talking to a bunch of different people, and he came up. He's a really nice guy. He's actually from outside Seattle, so I'm guessing he was a UW fan. And,
hell yeah,
crazy man, it's crazy small world. Seeing Romar and just
crazy. Yeah, full circle moment, bro. Yeah, because you weren't. We went like me and Pati went to school. We went to high school for 1 year together. But my first like few years at Jeff, Romar was always around. Like he just make the drive.
He was there my senior year because he was coming after Jones.
Yeah,
tough. So it was like he was there every day.
He was actually my first coach to offer me, bro.
The other funny thing is, so I called the Idaho Montana game last night, and the assistant coach at Idaho, or the head coach at Montana, is Travis DeCure. He was the assistant coach at Cal with Montgomery when they were recruiting Ewan Jones, and their assistant. I was talking to their assistant. And he was like, "Yeah, it was actually we were just talking about the two Terrences." He's like Travis, and Travis is a very successful coach at Montana now, 12 seasons, like he's like one of the all-time winningest coaches at Montana. He was like, he said he came to Jefferson 26 times.
Yeah.
That year. Bro. They were trying to get Jones super tough. And you.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was there telling me it was like 26 times. And I remember seeing Travis there all the time. And he was just a young assistant. And now he's like, this veteran coach. It was just crazy. I was sitting there chatting with them about that. And it's just funny. Like the good old days of high school, man.
The good old days, bro. Yeah, I remember all those coaches coming by. Bro, my first time, like, not even my first time, my first summer going into freshman year, I used to hoop at Jeff my 8th grade year all the time and play on the summer league. And I remember the very first offers I got were from Oregon State, Oregon, and Washington. And it was me and Jones. And I remember our coach at the time took us in the office, and it was all three of those coaches. Or not all three of them. It was like they were sitting around, but like they all offered us a freaking scholarship that day. And I was like so shocked and surprised. And that was my first memory of Romar. And then ever since then, every time I seen him, it was always like, it felt like family. So shout out Romar.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Lorenzo. And he just had a knack for communicate. Like just every time I met him, especially at a younger age in high school, when he'd come to the gym, he was just so personable, and he's someone you could like talk to and just always meant good. But man, what a career. And it's good to see him and chat with him, and time's flying.
We got to go to a UW game, man. Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year, I'm going to try to make it.
Just come out to Seattle. We should go out
next guy's trip, UW game.
All right, man. It's good to catch up, and we'll catch you all next week. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, and we love y'all.
Do it.
Peace.
Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live.